Yeah, hello and welcome to another update video about Bitcoin. Yeah, quick end of the day update. Bitcoin, so the larger structure is basically unchanged from previous videos. We still have two potentials here on the chart. Bitcoin has rallied above imminent resistance yesterday, and that basically leaves us with two possibilities, one short-term bullish, one short-term bearish. There's typically always a bullish and a bearish one, but please note that both of them are embedded in a larger bullish scenario. So for me, it's a bit like, okay, do we do this and come down once more and then go up, or do we do this, make a higher low, and then go up? I think these are for me the two main potentials, the two likely scenarios. Let's first of all talk about the short-term bearish count. The short-term bearish count assumes that we came down in a WXY structure over wave 2. You know that we've talked about that in the previous videos. And basically that we are now in this Y wave. Within the Y wave, we've done a wave A. We are now in the B wave, and we come down in the C wave. And Bitcoin likes to do these WXY structures. I did mention that a few times before in recent weeks, that WXY structures are fairly common, so it's not really a surprise we see one. Bitcoin, well, especially in a structure like this one where we don't really have a typical bottom formation. We don't really have a typical formation where Bitcoin could have formed a low. It is possible, but it's just not very typical. But we talk about that in a minute. But this is the short-term bearish count, and if we zoom in, we have possibly then in this B wave the following count: an A wave to the upside, a B wave to the downside. That came down to the 88.7 fib level, which is a little bit too deep for a reliable wave 2. So therefore I'm in favor of this scenario at the moment. But I'm open to the idea it could have bottomed. That's why we've got it on the chart as well, but it just needs a bit more work to convince me. So we have an A wave up, B wave down, and this here is the C wave up. Ideally, I'd like to see one more wave up to get a reliable ABC structure. Okay, it can always turn around. It reacted to our resistance already, but ideally to get a complete C wave, I need one more wave up. What happens if it breaks down now? Well, if it breaks down now, then it was just a WXY here as well. Okay, but what you need to understand, we rallied into resistance and got rejected. So ideally one more wave up for a C wave, and then we can look at possible completion for this ABC structure. How long, or well, what is the level that needs to hold to give us another wave up? So ideally Bitcoin holds 27,526. It's the 50% retracement of this small third wave. In the C wave, I've got a wave 1, I've got a wave 2, I've got a wave 3, I've got a possible wave 4, which is very deep now, and a wave 5 could still be coming, but it needs to hold here the 50% level. If it doesn't, then chances increase it will break down. Okay, this is then not invalidation, but it's just very, very unlikely that it will still go higher, because if this is a C wave and an impulse, typically in a wave 4, you don't want price to go below the 50% retracement. So that's the key level I'm watching for, 25,726. If it breaks below that, it will probably retest down here the wave 2 low area around 26,600. Then we take it from there. But certainly if it breaks below that 50% retracement, it increases the chances that a top is already in here in this larger B wave. Okay, this is the bearish count, and so that means either here in the very short term, one more wave up, that would be ideal, but it's already reached the ideal zone. Okay, this is resistance, standard resistance for a B wave. Next resistance level is 28,390. We reacted to that, and above that level we've got 29,100. The B wave can go higher, no problem. The next high would be 29,800 after that, and above that level this scenario would need to be revised. But please always understand that B waves can overshoot a little bit as well, so a B wave above resistance is not unusual. But this is a count that's valid as long as we have only 3 waves up. If we get 5 waves, this would be this. This is the bullish count then. A wave 1 instead of an A wave. A wave 2 instead of a B wave. A wave 3 instead of a C wave. And we would then need to get a 4 and a 5. And that 5th wave goes ideally above this swing high at 29,800. So also here, to call out 1, 2, this count needs more work. So to get a reliable 3rd wave, I also want one more wave up, okay? Ideally, okay? And then a 4 and a 5. So then we can say, okay, probably a low was in, even though it's an unusual structure. But if I get 5 waves up, I can call that a wave 1 and we're waiting for the ABC pullback. This is the short-term bullish count. To make this, or to keep this a likely option, ideally also here, price needs to hold that 50% retracement at the moment at 27,526. Yeah, and these are basically both options for Bitcoin. The short-term bullish, the short-term bearish count. I'm leaning towards short-term bearish, but would certainly not rule out the option of having one more low here, one more high into resistance. And then we need to see how we react to the next, if we make one more high, we need to see how does price react to maybe here the 78.6 retracement level. If we see a strong reaction, it could indicate that we come down. If we have one more high, then I will formulate anyway a support area for a possible wave 4. And if we break that, it's fairly clear that we topped in an ABC and we're coming down. So these are the relevant levels. Hope you liked the update about Bitcoin. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership and also make sure that you follow us on Instagram and Twitter. You can find the links to both channels in the video description. There's additional content there every single day. Yeah, we publish some signals, some stuff about trading, TA, Elliott Wave, mindset, very important, by the way. Mindset is more important sometimes than the analysis side of things. So yeah, check that out and hope you enjoyed it. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.